Hello fellow Limeys and non-Limeys, whoever's watching this video. I just wanted to update you guys on my progress with Lyme disease, and I recently just got retested for Lyme disease, so I wanted to kind of go over my results and a comparison from, I think it's been like nearly 2.5 years that I've been suffering with Lyme disease, and it's been a struggle for sure. I decided I would retest because I'm still having really bad lower back pain and fatigue and brain fog, and I've been getting like chest pain and also like pain in my stomach and stuff. So I decided I would retest and see if the Lyme was still active. So I got my results, and unfortunately they came back positive. The my Lyme brain can't speak properly. But my IgM came back as positive, which means active infection. So that's kind of really disappointing, because now I know that even though it's been like 2.5 years, that the bacteria is still active inside my body and it's not gone. And it's frustrating because I was on treatment. I was treated for about 4 months, which cleared up most of my neurological symptoms, and I thought maybe I wasn't suffering from Lyme disease anymore and it was something else, maybe like underlying cause or damage from the Lyme disease, but it turns out it's probably the Lyme disease. So that's really, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's bad because it's really hard to get treatment, especially like in Canada, and it's really expensive too. I'm going to be seeing a naturopath, and hopefully he's able to treat me naturally. But I have kind of been treating myself naturally these past couple years, and I've been sauning like daily, hoping to kill the bacteria, but obviously it's not working. The biofilm's probably protecting them, or they're changing form, or they're in cyst form, so it's a lot harder to rid yourself of it. I'm doing a lot better than when I was firstly diagnosed. So these are my test results from about 2.5 years ago. I tested positive with the IgM and negative with the IgG, which is IgG is like past infection and IgM is present infection, so meaning active. These were my results for the 2.5 years ago, if you can see. So the bands, if you have bands in the numbers with the asterisks, I think, and 2 or more bands indicates a positive result. So I have a couple bands there, 2, 4, 5, 6. I have like 6 bands, and this is my 2.5 year ago test. And my present test I had done is positive as well, but there's a couple different positives bands. Sorry, computer. If you see here. So yeah, still definitely an active infection going on. I also got the CD57 test done, and if a lot of you don't know what that is, it kind of like tests your killer, like your NK killer cells. So it can tell like how active your Lyme is, but it's not really a good test to go by. It's good if you're just to get it before treatment, and then to get it prior or after treatment to see if your NK cells improve, because if it does, then that means the treatment is working. So it's a good start point, but it's not a good point to diagnose Lyme disease. My NK cells were in the normal range, so it was 175, which is pretty normal, and 7.60. So it's like within the normal range. so that's good. I'm not like really sick, and because when you have really low NK cells, you're probably really a lot sicker than me. Like, I'm able to work part-time, so I'm doing a lot better, but I'm still not 100%. So I'm hoping with these new test results I'm able to start treatment again. Hopefully the natural treatments works. I don't know if you guys have any suggestions and what natural antibiotics work, but I'm hoping it will help. And I'm not sure how many other people with Lyme disease suffer from like extreme lower back pain. Like, I get it right in my sacrum, and it's really painful. I don't really necessarily look like I'm in pain, but believe me, I'm in a lot of pain, and the pain progresses. So depending on the time of the month, or how long I've been standing or sitting or concrete or wearing the wrong shoes, my pain will flare up. So it's not good, and I went to see a pain clinic, and they can't really do anything for me. They recommended a stretching program, so I stretch every day, and I kind of do that already. Like, I try to keep up with stretching, but I'm so tired all the time and don't have very much energy, and like, I have 2 dogs, so I take them for walks and stuff, and then I gotta go to work, and I just get really tired and lazy in a way too, and just no energy. And I find like the stretching, like, it helps, but it doesn't like cure me of the pain. When you're in pain, all you really want to do is like lie down and sleep or rest. You don't really want to be like stretching after work. But I'm gonna start maybe doing some yoga or some. I was doing the 5 Tibetans. They help somewhat with my energy levels, and exercise is always good than to be, bedridden, but some people don't have a choice. They're just that sick from this disease, and it's really scary knowing that the bacteria is still active inside my body, and knowing that maybe eventually it could get a lot worse, because I know there's so many people out there with Lyme disease that are a lot worse than me, and I just sympathize with people with Lyme disease so much, because it's one hell of a disease, and it's nearly impossible, like, for anyone else to understand what it's like unless you have it, because you don't really, not all people with Lyme disease look sick, and some people just don't believe maybe that you have it, and doctors are very reluctant too, because they think that it can be treated right away. But obviously, like, looking at my results, I was treated with 4 months of antibiotics, and I'm still not cured of the bacteria. So it's a strong, resilient bacteria. To antibiotics, it becomes like immune, and it can change form, and it can change like and hide itself from the bacteria, and it can also like turn into a cyst. So the antibiotics won't even kill it. It's protected by biofilm, so it can stay dormant in your body, and you won't have like any symptoms until it becomes active again. And that's what I'm kind of worried about. Like, maybe mine's maybe active, and that's what's causing me my pain. But at the same time, I don't have my neurological symptoms. Like, I'm not vertigo like I was before, and I have improved a whole bunch. Like, before I wasn't able to work, and I was pretty much bedridden, no quality of life. I was like ready to almost commit suicide because the pain was so extreme. I just didn't want to live like that. But I would never do something like that. Like, that's just extreme. But I know a lot of people with Lyme disease resort to it because they can't get treatment, and it's not living. Like, it's not, your quality of life is just gone, and no one's willing to help you. No one understands. So it's extremely difficult. That's why it's good to have support if you're dealing with this disease. Because a lot of people lately have been committing suicide with Lyme disease, and I think that's just like terrible. It's terrible that we can't get treatment, and it's terrible that we're not recognized. And just please reach out to me if you do have Lyme disease, and I'm here like to talk to you, and I know like mine's not as far as advanced as most, and I still understand like what you're going through and how difficult it can be, and just try find a community that will give you your support. There's lots of Lyme communities online, so reach out before you make a drastic decision like that, because there's no going back. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I have Bartonella as well, because as you can see, I get this rash like all over my body, and it's like really hot to touch, and I start like almost sweating profusely, and it goes into my arms too sometimes, and all over my body. I've had it for quite a while, and when I was little I was scratched by a cat, I think, and my hands swelled up, and the doctors didn't know what was wrong. I was on intravenous antibiotics for about 2 weeks in isolation as a baby, and we think maybe that's like cat scratch fever causes Bartonella, so we think maybe I have Bartonella as well, and that's maybe the reason why I'm not getting better, or because I have a co-infection. So it's a lot to deal with having Lyme disease, because it's not just Lyme you're dealing with. Sometimes you have co-infections and biofilms and cyst forms, and it's a really complicated illness. That's why I'm trying to do my best to spread awareness, and so this doesn't have to happen to someone else, because I had my whole life, you know, going for me. Sorry, gets emotional, but I'm hanging in there, and I'm just thankful that I'm as well as I am. And hopefully it doesn't, well, it won't get worse. I'm gonna stay on top of it, and just keep fighting. That's all you have to do, is just keep fighting and spreading awareness and trying to help others, and yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go over these results with you. I'm not the best at like reading the results, but I do have a doctor, a Lyme specialist that I talk to over the phone, who helps me kind of interpret my results, and he said, yeah, there's definitely an active infection, so I gotta take care of it. I'm not really sure how, because doctors are so reluctant to give you antibiotics, so I'm gonna have to go down the natural road and hope for the best. So yeah, and I just keep up with I try to get a routine together, so it makes it like easier, and I try to go for walks, and I try to stretch, and I sauna, and I do things to help my body. I'll meditate, I'll keep a positive mindset, I'll enjoy the sun when the sun's out, you know, enjoy family, I'll laugh, you know, watch funny videos, like anything that will lift your spirits and help you through this. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of emails and responses, and a lot of you guys are sick as well, and you don't really know where to go or where to turn to and what to do, because it's such a controversy disease, and it's really unfortunate, and I don't really know what to do to help you guys. I can just kind of tell you my suggestions, and I don't know, get the IGeneX test, because a lot of you are unsure if you have Lyme disease. You have a lot of the symptoms, or you got bit by a tick. So the best thing you can do is just pay the money and get the IGeneX test. It's the best, most sensitive test, and it's in the States. It's going to cost you probably, like this test alone, just for the Lyme and CD57, I think was about $400. So it's not cheap, but at least you know what's wrong with you, and you can start a treatment plan. If you want to test for co-infections, you're looking at another like $500 at least. So, but at least then you know where to go. See, my rash is getting really bad. It's like all red. Yeah, so yeah, I don't really, sorry I'm rambling on so much. I didn't really have a plan for this video. I just kind of wanted to make a video because I got my results, and I kind of wanted to share that with you. And I was hoping maybe it would be negative, but then it's like I'm still suffering from this pain and still suffering from all these symptoms. So then if it was negative, I'd be like, what is wrong with me if it's not Lyme disease? So now at least I know that it is the Lyme disease that's keeping me sick and unwell and not 100%. And it's like sad because I don't even remember what it feels like to be like normal and feel normal, but at least I'm able to enjoy, you know, my life somewhat, and I'm not like, it's not that far advanced. Some people have had this disease for 7 years or more, so I'm thankful that I've caught it when I did, and I got rid of my neurological symptoms because that was almost like the worst, and my pain's not as extreme as it was, but my pain was so extreme, like I was saying, like I wanted to drive my car off the road. It was so bad. I couldn't stand driving. I couldn't stand to do anything. I was in the bath most of the time until I purchased my sauna, because I was in so much pain, or I was on a heating pad, or Tiger Balm, or like so many things I tried to just help me with the pain, and painkillers that would just make me sick and I'd puke, and yeah, so it's horrible. But I'm not as bad as I was. I'm able to like go out and get groceries, and I'm able to work, so definitely improvement. So I'm hoping that this will help some of you. So get the IGeneX if you think you might have Lyme disease, and if you are going camping, check yourself for ticks. Avoid tick-infested areas. There's going to be a lot more this year because it was such a nice winter that they're not dying off, so the population is just growing, and then they go on to mice and deer, and then they come into areas that aren't populated with ticks, and then those areas get populated with ticks. So it's really everywhere, like it's been seen everywhere, so just be aware that it's there and it's rising, and protect yourself and be aware of it, and do your research about Lyme disease, because I wouldn't wish this on anyone. And yeah, I will maybe try to make an update video soon if you guys would like, and let you know about my treatment and how I'm doing and stuff. So thanks for watching. Sorry this is really long, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye. And I hope all you other Lymies out there that I shed like hope and light on you, and I pray for all you guys that you just improve and get cured, and you just survive this, and yeah, I just wish you the best. Okay, bye.